You're welcome to News from the States, where we bring you reports on key developments across Nigeria's 36 states. I am Adebanke Odunui. Governor of Delta State, Sheriff Oborevwori, has presented the investment potential of the state to the European Union, describing Delta as safe, resource-rich and conducive for business. The governor made the case while receiving the EU ambassador to Nigeria, Ambassador Gautier Mignot, on a courtesy visit to the government house in Asaba. Ikenna Amechi reports.
Governor Oborevwori, represented by his deputy, Monday Oyeme, received the EU ambassador and said Delta State remains one of Nigeria's leading investment destinations, blessed with abundant natural and human resources. He noted that beyond oil and gas, the state possesses solid minerals such as silica and coal, alongside vast water resources capable of driving a thriving blue economy.
We are a state in this country that produce a large chunk of the resources that sustain the country. We are very rich in oil and gas. We are also very rich in so many other solid minerals. So many, just a few years back, I discovered that we have very, very large coal deposits in Delta State. We have other minerals like kaolin and silica. Again, because we have so many water channels, rivers and water channels, of course, our blue economy, which we are struggling to tap, is open for people to come and invest.
Earlier, the European Union ambassador disclosed that his visit to Delta State was aimed at strengthening engagement and updating the government on the ongoing EU programs in Nigeria, while also exploring new infrastructure and connectivity projects, particularly in the Niger Delta region. He commended the state government openness to partnership and stressed the EU's commitment to supporting sustainable development initiatives.
So we want to see how we can re-engage more in Niger Delta, in particular here in Delta State. And one of the subjects, an area we have discussed with His Excellency the Deputy Governor, is about waterways transportation over the Niger River. We know there are several ports here in Delta State, in particular Barutu, and this is, we think, a promising area for future cooperation with Delta State and other states along the coasts of Nigeria and the Niger River.
The visit is expected to open new opportunities for partnership in infrastructure, trade and sustainable development between Delta State and the European Union. Ikenna Amechi, TVC News, Asaba.
Ikenna Amechi joins me now to tell us more about the event. Ikenna, beyond the diplomatic engagement, what concrete investment opportunities or even commitments emerged from this visit? Was there any indication that the EU is ready to commit to making any kind of investment, or can we say that this is just the beginning stage?
Hi, Banke. Good afternoon. Of course, the European Union ambassador, his first visit to Delta actually, and he noted that his visit was actually to oversee what the state, the EU, their programs in the Niger Delta, especially in Delta, Bayelsa, and River State. Of course, he's stopping in Delta State to be received by the Deputy Governor. And of course, he stated that they want to continue the program, even though they had some of the program that have been exhausted. I mean, the time of the program has elapsed. They want to see how to renew some of all this program, especially in the waterways, to ensure that they boost the Delta State blue economy. And he cited the fact that there are a lot of water bodies in Delta that can drive, not just in Delta, but in the Niger Delta, that can drive their investment in ports and, of course, in water transportation and all that. So definitely, there's no actually concrete arrangements per se, but they have some investment already. They have some programs running in Delta states and in other Niger Delta states I mentioned, Rivers and Bayelsa, which the European Union want to deepen on. Of course, this is just an assessment a visit to ensure that what they intended the program is working for them to continue and deepen it more.
All right.
Banking.
Okay, now according to your report, the governor highlighted sectors like the solid mineral sector and also the blue economy. Which of these areas is attracting the most attention from the EU and other potential partners?
We know that Delta State has, a larger quantity of oil and gas. Definitely, other natural resources are here as well. But at the moment now, what their intention is to actually drive other aspects, which is the blue economy and other solid mineral. It's actually enlightening to know that Delta State has a rich deposit of coal, which has not been actually invested upon, and they want people to invest in it. And other minerals like quartzites and silica, which the deputy governor mentioned. So he wants collaboration in that area, even though the European Union did not, the European Union ambassador did not mention their investment in that area, but he wants other investors to, take advantage of the rich deposit of coal, silica, and other natural resources to invest in Delta states.
All right, in your earlier response, you mentioned some other ongoing EU programs. How impactful would you say these initiatives have been in Delta State so far?
All right, the EU actually focuses on rural areas, and there's what they call the livelihood improvement family enterprise, which definitely, are in regions like in rural areas where they intervene in this aspect of agriculture and local infrastructure. And we've seen, even in our network here, we actually took some stories of what they are doing in Delta states. They are reaching out to about 12 communities, 12 local governments, about several communities in this local government, and mostly rural areas. And their target is majorly improving market access, drilling borehole, and ensuring that people can access some areas, and of course, make use of some amenities like pipe-borne water. So that is the area they are actually helping out in. And of course, that's one of the things the European ambassador is actually coming here to assess, to ensure that the program continues in future. Because if they see that the program is actually impacting on families and individuals and rural areas, definitely they want to invest more in that program to ensure that it reaches out to other local governments and other communities. Thank you.
Okay, now, Michi, thank you so much for coming on the news. Thank you.